Hey class, today's lesson today or lab today is going to be about Shopify apps. And some people call them plugins or widgets. And these are additional applications that do functional things on the Shopify store. So, one of the great things about content management systems is that they're not everything to everybody, but they allow other companies to create add ons or attachments. In this case, we're going to call them apps because they're from the Shopify App Store. And they allow them to be imported into the site, added on, configured, and then do specific functionalities on the site such as rate and review, search, make bundles, forms. I'm going to show you a bunch of different stuff that I think you're going to find really interesting. And we're going to do a few add on apps to your site and then have you configure them in this lab. So, to start with, we're going to look at your storefront, and you're going to see that down here is the apps area. And you should probably see, you probably won't see any apps in here, but I've added a few. Flow is standard, and I believe it comes actually installed on your storefront. And this is a way, Flow is a way to have Shopify do things when other things happen, such as when an order happens, tag that customer with a specific tag. So Flow is a great app. We're not going to get too into it today because we're going to actually use that one later when we talk about orders. Bundles, we are going to talk about this one. And so I'm going to have you download the Bundles app and install it and create a bundle out of your products. Forms is a great way to add forms, surveys, and other things to your site. And that's another thing that Shopify doesn't come standard with is forms because some clients don't need it and some clients do. In this case, we'll be looking at the Forms app. We're going to add just two other apps today, but I'm going to show you how to go and find the app and then add it to your site. So we're going to go down to the apps and click the app. We're going to search for an app, and you can see I have the three that are also over in the left or here. But we're going to look for our rate and review app. So we're going to call that a review app. And I don't see anything come up. And then if I just hit enter, it'll go to the App Store. And we're going to use Judge Me. One thing is when you're looking at apps, you want to look at the apps and see what their ratings are. So this is a 5-star, 35,900, almost 36,000 reviews. Judge Me is a great rate and review app. It's very inexpensive. It does have a free version, and that's what we'll be using. But if you can look across here, you can see that there's other ones that have different rate and review options, but might not have the same amount of ratings or might not have as high a rating. In this area, most of them are at 4.9. But if you were to like scroll through here and see some different options, you might find some that are, Yotpo product review app is only rated at 4.8, 4.5 for this particular one. So I always look at that and always look at how many reviews there are too. If it's got 10 reviews, it might not be an app that's, tried and true. So we're going to choose Judge Me. It's going to go here. This is great because it's going to tell you about the product, give you an overview of it, give you some information. It's going to always tell you how much it's going to cost. So we're going to use the free forever version. And then other things like you could read the reviews and see what people are saying about it. We're going to install this on our store. It's going to ask us a couple questions as we go into this. And it's going to want to ask us, it's going to say, tell us what data is going to be accessed for this. I'm going to say, yep, we'll do that. We'll do an install here. It's always good to review that because you don't want to install an app that might use your data incorrectly. On the left-hand side here, now that my app has been installed, you're going to see onboarding. And then see this little pin? If you hover over it, see the pin? You want to click that, and then it's going to add it to my list of apps. We're going to go through here and say next on our onboarding. And I'm just going to skip these other things. Yes, I do want to skip. Skip. And now I get to the point where I can't skip. I have to enable the app embed. What does that mean? I have to actually install it into my theme. So if I click this, it's going to open a new tab, take me to my theme. We're going to see it's going to say, do you want to install this? Yes. And we want this click to yes. So enable app embeds. Yes. Those are located in the theme down here in the app embeds area. So we're going to enable that one and we're going to click save. And now we'll have to come back here and look at, so we'll just leave this tab open. We'll have to come back here and probably add some widgets to different areas on the product page. So now I'll go back here and it says app is embedded. Install the review widget. Oh yes, I want to do that. Again, it's going to take us right to the page. And where do we want to install it? And you can actually install this wherever you would like to, but it's going to be for us, it's going to be down here. And this is what it's going to, they give you a dummy data look so that you can see what do you want it to look like? It's got sample data and you can say, I don't want it to be 1200. I only want it to be 1000 pixels wide. I want it to fit better within my frame here. And I also need to save this. And here's another thing. So I'm going to go back up to my product here. I want those stars to appear up here. So I'm going to add a section here. I'm going to go to apps and I'm going to go to star ratings. I'm going to add my star ratings in there right under the product title and price. So product title, price, star ratings. It's not going to show anything for me yet because I don't have any stars, and we do want it to not be showing unless it's got information. So I'm going to save that also. And you can see the sample data just came right in there. It's going to show what it's showing there. All right, so let's go back to here. It's going to say widget block installed. Install the star ratings. I actually already did that. See that? It's already saying it is. Set up your branding. And then we're going to go through. And so we can install our store logo. I can put that in here. And now we're basically all set. We're going to continue with the free plan because we're not going to pay for it on our stores here. And there is going to give me a lot more information here as far as setting up my widgets and everything like that and how that goes. What I want you to do is I want you to go into your settings, and we're not going to import any reviews because we don't have any to import, but we're going to go through each of these and we're going to set this up with our branding and make sure that our information there is correct. So for example, request reviews. So when do we want our reviews to go out? Do we want to be able to send manual requests? Manage our email review requests. So if we click that, it's going to have where do we want them to send? How many days after the order is fulfilled? Now, this is interesting. Like everybody's products are going to be a little bit different. So some products might be like when they get it, they're going to use it because there's maybe it's food and there's an expiration date. Other people might have things that go into other projects. They sell things like that go like home improvement items. So it might be like, I want to wait a little while to ask for that review because you might not have used it yet. So it's going to say I will need to update required. There we go. Allowing me to do my update. I'm going to go back to my settings, review requests, manage email requests. And so I want you to do is go down through this. If you're not selling internationally, you probably just want to uncheck that box. I'm not selling internationally. If I have a point of sale, none of you have a point of sale. We're not setting that up with Shopify, but it's available. Uncheck that box. And you want to go through and then every single one of these things and you want to set up your rate and review so it looks correctly. Now, let's go down to our branding and our primary color. And so I'm like, you know what? I just really want red. I want red stars because I think that really stands out to people. Others might say, no, you know what? I really want yellow, those bright yellow stars. Amazon has the orange stars. For me, I want the red stars. I want that to stand out. I want people to know how great my products are. And so I'm going to set that color. I'm going to upload a store logo. I'll do that in another time because I have to download it and re-upload it. And then I'm going to hit save. Always remember to hit your save button. Here's some things. There are going to be some options in here that are only for the pro. They're only on the pro level. And that's okay. Don't even worry about those. Just skip over those. Don't sign up for the pro, put in a credit card or anything. We don't need it. So we're going to go through, though, and we're going to edit all of these things. One of the cool things is that you can have a lot of different widgets. So now, if I said, well, you know what? I'd really like to show a testimonial carousel on the homepage. I could install this testimonial or this cards on the homepage. And that's going to go and then become a section on the homepage. It'll be an app embed on the homepage in a certain section. And so if we do that, we go over here, click that. Let's go to our preview. And we want a testimonials carousel. It's turned on. It's going to give us drag the app section up and down to move it. So I want it at the bottom though, so I'm just going to leave that down there. And if I go to the bottom, here's what this is going to say. And now I can configure it, how big, how small I want it, and what I want to appear. And so definitely something pretty cool here to see, like add an app on the homepage to tell about, what customers are saying about our products and about our brand also. So now we've talked about the Judge Me and adding rate and review to your products. After you get this installed, I want you to go to a product. So now that it's installed, I'm going to view my store. I'm going to go to a product. And I want to write a review. I'll be the first one to write a review. So you're going to write a review about the product. This is fantastic. Exclamations. And I'm going to put in my email address here. Display name Chad, I can change that. And you could post it as anonymous, which is a nice little feature that they have. I don't have any image to upload or YouTube to upload, but if you have one that you'd like to add, that'd be great. And it's thanks for a review. Now, I can also rate, and this is why I love this program, this app, is I can rate the company now. And so you're going to get those company ratings. Those are going to then be exportable to Google. So if this was a live store, these ratings would go to our Google site ratings. And that's a really powerful thing too, to see those things get syndicated across other areas. But I'm just going to close this now. So now if we go back to the back end, we go to our reviews, we should see a review in here for the snowboard holder. I have my reviews set to auto-publish. Now, there's a question mark, right? Do we want to auto-publish reviews? Do we want to auto-publish reviews with 4 or 5 stars? There's a lot of opportunity here for people to put things on your site that maybe you don't agree with, putting in links, putting in references to other competitors and things like that. So you can set your reviews to auto-publish, or you can set them to moderate. So I want to moderate all of them. But for our purposes here, we'll just leave it on auto-publish so that you guys can see those reviews as they come and as they come up as you're done. So you can see that it's published, it's 4 or 5 stars, and this is fantastic. All right. So that's basically your rate and review system. And it was very easy to install. Think about this, 20 years ago, you would have had to code that whole thing. And every one of these rate and review systems would have been a little bit different. It would have been something that somebody created. This actually has built-in email, so it's going to email market out to people after they purchase. It's a great little tool. So I really want you to explore it, make sure that you add it to your site, and then do a review or two so that you can see how those reviews look. All right, next one, we're going to do a search app. So we need to put search and discovery on here because that's what we're going to use for our search bar. And if I start typing in search, you'll see that app come up. I'm going to add that to our site. Go and install it. Now, I realize this one doesn't have a lot of um, high ratings because it is a Shopify app and it's limited. There are other ones out there that are much more advanced, but for our purposes today, just to show search and filtering and synonyms and things like that, we're just going to use this app. Another one that's really good is called xCloud, but you have to pay for it. So I'm going to install this one. This one's free. Again, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click the little pin. And we're going to have to go and embed the app. So we go back over here, hit save on that. My carousel is in there. We'll go app embeds. And I'm going to embed forms. So I'm going to do that. They must have integrated it with Horizon so that I don't have to actually embed it. That's pretty cool. Used to have to embed this one, but I guess we don't. So we're going to go down here and we're going to talk about search. And in our stores, a lot of times people will have a large catalog, and they have a lot of different words for things. And if we want certain things to appear when somebody searches for them, or we want them synonyms to be together. So, for example, in synonyms, I'm going to create a synonym group here, and I want my synonyms for cat and kitten to be the same. So I'm going to add those. Oops. Nope, I'm sorry. Cat, add. And then I'm going to add kitten. Add that. And I'm going to kitty. And I'm going to add cats. Now, sometimes it'll figure out these plurals, but sometimes it does not. So I want to make sure. And I think I want to leave it like that. So, yep, I got cat, kitten, kitty, cats. And then my title for my group is cat and kitten. I can just hit save here. And now every time I search for kitten, it will bring up anything with the cat reference in it. Kitty will also bring up cat. Cats will bring up kitties. So if I have products that are all cat related, I'm going to be able to have those all searched off the same keyword. That's really important when you get into technical products because sometimes the technical name might be either hard to use, or there's a common term that you'd want to use for that particular search. So I want you to go in and create at least 2 synonym groups because that's going to be important with your products that some people can find them, even if they are using a more slang term for them. Next, we're going to go to product boosts. And this is where I can create a product boost. So I want to boost up in search. I want to boost up my hoodie. I'm going to create a product boost for it. So if anyone searches for clothing, select my product here. I'm going to add that one. So here, and if somebody searches for clothing, I want the hoodie to come up first. Now, I don't have a lot of products in here, but if you have a big library and you want to promote a specific product for a specific search term, then you would create this product boost and then it'll come up to the top and recommend that product to over other products for those particular searches. So I want you to create a product boost and some synonyms so that we can see when you go to the site and you do a search, we want to see those things rise to the top. All right. Next would be filters. And for an example here, if we want to add a filter, we can add a filter, and that label could be, let's see, let's select a source here. We're going to go to material. We can also use different meta fields. So we could use type, sleeve length. So we could use that. We could use size. So you can create all the different filters. Now these are going to be on the side of your collection. I'm going to add that to the collection page, and then, and we're going to be able to see those filters then, and be able to select different. Customers can then filter your products by the different variations and the different meta fields. So, for example, I have a neckline meta field, and if I'm selling clothing, I would put that in there, and then we've got hooded is the value that's available. But if I had V-neck and if I had crew neck, other different necklines, this is going to now be on the lefter. It's going to show me that if I select that, only those products are going to be available. So I want you to create a filter and for your products so that we can see that in the collection page. So once you create your filters, go over to our theme again. We'll go to collections, go to our default collection page here, and go up to here, filtering and sorting. So we're going to have, see, availability, price, like that. And we are going to enable, let's see, make sure we got our filter put in there. All right. And here, now we've added our filters in here. And we're using the filters from the Search and Discovery app. Hit save. And now had I added that other one, I should have added the neckline because that would have come up here as a filter right here on the lefter. So when you add the filtering, let's make sure that's selected, Search and Discovery. Let's put it in the vertical so it's on the lefter. And let's use the text labels for the applied filters. Now you can go ahead and play around with this and make it fit your brand the way you want it to, and so it shows correctly. But that's how we're going to add that filter, and then we're going to hit that save button. So now we should be able to see it on our collection pages. And here we go. We got only in-stock products, and we can change the pricing. But you should see your other filter right there. All right. So that's filters in Search and Discovery. And we should also see now that we have our search up here. You see recently viewed, some products. If I search for clothing, boom, there's my product, that clothing that I pushed up to the top. Now, clothing isn't even a term that's in this product, so it would be important to push those things up if that search term is not in the product content anywhere. So I go to view all, and there again, there's my clothing. All right, so those are the apps that I want you to install, and then I want you to go ahead and do a Judge Me Reviews, make sure you install that one. Do Search and Discovery, make sure you install that one. And then lastly, we're going to do this one. This will only take a minute or two, but we're going to create a bundle of products. And when you create a bundle, this would be a bundle of, let's say, buy two, get a discount. So we're going to create a bundle, give a discount, selecting the two products that we have in the store. You'll have more, and you want to select some that go together. Now, in this one, we can say we're going to allow people to select any color of their snowboard hanger, but they're only going to be able to select the navy hoodie. Okay, so any color of the snowboard hanger and the navy hoodie. So we're going to select and continue. And now it's going to create a product. So select an existing, select that. So we've got a product image. We're going to give it a description. Here's a great bundle. And the customers are going to be able to select whatever they want. And now I can price it. So if I want to, I can do this and say, edit my pricing. And I'm going to give it, everybody gets this one for $29.99. So they're going to get a special discount when they buy this bundle. All right. So now if I preview it, they can select the snowboard holder and the hoodie size. So I want a gray snowboard holder with a medium hoodie. I add it to cart. And why is my cart empty? Oh, it's because I'm only previewing it because I haven't made it active yet. So I'll have to make it active, and then we'll be able to see it and add it to cart. So we're going to make it active here. And now, let's see if it adds to cart. Oh, yep, there it is. Have to make it active. Now I can add it to cart. So now I'm going to get a screaming deal on a hoodie and a snowboard holder. For your products, find ones that make sense. Find one that makes sense together and create some bundles. Bundles are great marketing tools. All right. That's all for this week. You're going to install a bunch of apps. You're going to make sure that you're configuring them, adding them to your theme, configure them, make them look nice, and then create a few reviews, create some search synonyms, and create a bundle.